Welcome to another lawn mowing live stream. It is Thursday, June the 12th. So let's get into it. This is a house that you guys have seen plenty of times. So we'll see. It's a bit overcast today, so we'll see if the how the connection continues. If it holds up. Familiar property. Welcome, welcome. This one is a familiar one. I have done almost weekly streams from this one. My glasses on. This one here. Where am I at for battery here? Got 2 bars. That might get close, but we'll see. Let me know how the audio is today. If possible. Back to using the Link 2.0 headset for the mic. I was experimenting with a different little wireless lavalier mic that had noise cancellation yesterday, but it doesn't work as well for this type of a situation. But I was just trying it out to see. This one is one we're going to be doing on the navigator. I've been running a bit behind today. It's fertilizer week, so not only been doing fertilizers for some plants that walk prior after their mowings, but also for some clients who are just fertilizer only clients. So squeezing in some extra jobs in the day. You're behind. As usual, when I get to the mowing section, I'll put the camera on a tripod so you can see. I'm not moving around so much. And it's more like doing the stripes. Lawn is starting to dry out. This one is not the fertilizer one, not regularly used. They're more of a once in a while they want it. It's starting to dry out. Starting to dry out today. You can see the weather is not so hot. In fact, I've got a long sleeve hoodie on. It's not really cold, but it's not as hot as it was all this week. Yesterday especially, I was just cooking. So much so that one of the things that I've encountered in the last few years on hot summer weather is I've been dealing with gout for the last, probably 15 years or so. And I used to get gout flare-ups all the time. Then I decided 10 years, has it been that long? Maybe 5 years ago or so, to start taking daily meds for gout. And that has helped. But when it comes to summer, even if I'm on the meds, I can get flare-ups because of sweating so much and dehydrating. And the gout is basically like these crystals that kind of form in your blood. They're very painful, and they accumulate at your joints, make it very difficult. At times can feel like you've got a broken foot, or knees, or stuff like that. And your kidneys are what clear it out through regular going to the washroom, going to pee. But because in the summer you tend to sweat more when you're going to the bathroom, all those crystals get kind of trapped and build up. So I end up getting these gout attacks in the summer. So I had a flare up this week. A little bit painful in the beginning of the week. I was like, yeah, it's hot. It is hot. So kind of nice change today. A little overcast. It's not so hot. So there's one over here doing some gardening or something. Some activity. I've got 3 lawns left to do today, including this one, my large commercial farm property, and one small little front yard, but I'm going to have to backtrack to that one. Right there. Today I was in that neighborhood, and you start in that neighborhood, and there's just no parking today. So I was like, oh wait, well, I knew I had to come up to this one. But when I head back, that other one's kind of in between this one and that farm property. I'm going to check on heart pain when I'm done this one. Back to the other one again, check it out. That was a pain having to backtrack though to neighborhoods you already serviced. Just because of parking in some of those neighborhoods. Truck and trailer. Things are definitely getting dry and dusty. Alright, let's go grab the navigator. Open up the big gate. Put a rock down. Take my glasses off. Luckily this week as well, my wife was buying a bunch of like electrolyte type drinks. Try to help out with that dehydration. So that was good. I had one of those yesterday. It was one of the hottest days. And it was a big container of it. So I sipped on it throughout the day. Kind of mixed between my usual ice water and electrolyte drink. Felt a lot better at the end of the day. In the evening, wasn't so fatigued. Even though I had a very busy day. But you still get cramps and stuff. Get muscle cramps sometimes. Feeling one right now, actually. The back of my calf. Sharp pain. Alright, let's pull this out and then uh-oh, where did I put the key? Oh, there it is. Wrong pocket, not the usual pocket. Just gonna grab my straps. Just leave my tailgate down in the backyard just so they don't disappear. You never know. Alright. I'm gonna grab that tripod as well. You guys noticed that Augusta lawn care flyer? It was left Mr. Mike Andes. It's got some franchisees here in Canada. Alright, let's get on here. And make sure I got my bins inside. Yeah, put those back in. So it's going to be a little bit noisy, of course. Although the noise cancellation on the headphones should help. Now I'll put you guys on the tripod. Let me just do get kind of the perimeter done here. All right, let's see if we can get you on the tripod for a little bit. Open. That should cover most, and then I'll move it in a little bit. Let me know in the chat where you're watching from, and if you do lawn maintenance, how are the lawns where you're at? Is it starting to dry out already like it is here? Got that little nook kind of part done, so it should be visible now for this main part of the lawn. Got freshly sharpened blades today. First lawn on these sharpened blades. I don't know if you guys can see me still. Let's see. Okay, come back and tilt the camera a little bit. little piece of grass stuck to the lens. I don't know if that's the lens that it's using or not, but I like ending my Thursday on the Navigator for the most part. Although today I do have to go check that other lawn. I had no parking, but normally it's nice to have my last few lawns lined up to use this machine where I can just sit. All right, down here, off to the backyard. You guys back on the POV style chest mount. Then I'll put the tripod up again, part of the backyard. Anybody want to let me know if the audio is working through the chat? Hope everybody's having a good day or good evening. If you're watching from Europe. A little lumpy ride on this one. Not as bad as my commercial property, but not good either. Very, very lumpy lawn. Really gotta take it easy sometimes. Otherwise it's like riding like a fucking bronco at the rodeo. One of those mechanical bulls. Go too fast on a lawn like this, you'll get thrown out of the seat. Alright, let me put you guys up on the tripod again up here on this bark mulch. And then I can do some stripes or, passes. I wouldn't call them stripes. Place them down that way where you guys can see. Get a good view. Somewhere stable to hold the tripod. That. Actually, it doesn't have to be too high actually. That should work. I might go out of view around the corner, but bear with me. This little spot over here, and start to see me come back. And I'm just going to mow this little square here before I start doing those straight long lengths. Break it up in sections. Watch on this, especially with a heavy machine. Up these hills, the traction can burn out, come on quite easily. As the machine tries to make traction, little slopes and hills and stuff. Very difficult as well, keeping a straight line with all the hills and all the bumps. These front casters hit those bumps and then it starts to pivot the machine, constantly adjusting. I feel like I'm gaining a little bit of my time back on this job with the Navigator so far, which is nice. Like I said, I'm behind today because of all the fertilizer jobs I'm doing as well. So, this is nice. I'm cruising through this one right now. Feels like when you're on a road trip in the car and you put the GPS on, it says you're going to arrive in an hour, whatever the time is, and then you're making good time. on the highway and you're shaving minutes off. That's what it kind of feels like. I've been running behind, and now on this job I'm shaving some time off. Just because, I guess, with the amount of growth that it's had, it's not setting off the alarm yet on the hopper, so I haven't had to stop. Some of the front yard and now the whole backyard without stopping. That's where it kind of feels like I'm gaining a bit of time. Some of those weeks you get such heavy growth, you gotta stop a couple times. The hoppers. There we go, awesome. Forward and then reverse to put that tail wheel underneath. Shut those blades off. And let's see how much growth we collected. It's looking pretty good so far. No questions. Guys have been very quiet the last day or two on the live streams. No chatters. It's full, but not overly full. So definitely slowing down. These bins are nice, but they're lacking a handle. They have the handle here on this side, but they need a handle underneath here. They have one on this side on the front, but when you're flipping them into the bin, you tend to grab them right here, and it's slippery. And then you end up, when they're so heavy, when they're really heavy, you end up just kind of letting go. Wish they had some sort of like a molded handle right there, just to get your fingertips on. Would be nice. Actually, wrong bin. That's the weird shaped one. I want the bigger full one to dump most of this stuff into. All right. Still no questions, eh? My goodness. Everybody's so shy this week. All right, let's go load this back up. And then grab the blower. Looks like it might even rain. Chance tomorrow. I guess is good. Some of these lawns. I have a next door neighbor that moved in last year, literally next door to my house, that never mows his lawn. And it's just has turned into a mess. At any rate, they sold the house. They're there home temporarily, and they ended up selling the house. So the new owners and my new next door neighbors um, actually came and knocked on my door on Sunday and introduced themselves, saying that they bought the house next door to me, and said, "We noticed your trailer. We're not gardeners. Wondering if you could look after the lawns and plants and stuff. They want a bunch of stuff done." So I said, "Sure." So I was planning to start that one on Friday morning, tomorrow morning. So potentially, depending on weather, I might live stream from that one right next door to me and start cleaning it up. The other thing is, I'm still waiting for the Milwaukee mower. It's in town. It arrived last Thursday here locally, but then it just never got delivered. And I just like following the tracking number, and every day it would say that it arrived at the local sort facility or whatever. So I finally called them after a week, going, "What's going on?" So apparently it was just missing my phone number, and because it's a mower, I guess it's on a pallet, so it's coming as freight. So they need to make an appointment to deliver it. So I've been waiting for it the whole week, and they weren't able to deliver it because they weren't able to confirm with me. So I got that all sorted out. So they're coming tomorrow as well. So that will be cool. I can work on my neighbor's lawn, start cleaning that up for them, and also wait for the delivery of the Milwaukee mower. And then I can start using that mower next week. Trying it out. See if it's any good. These pins in. Alright. Let's grab the blower. And then we'll see. Might retire this X Mark one. If that Milwaukee one is any good, then I may have to find a new home for this X Mark Commercial 21, just because I don't have space for all of these mowers. No questions from anybody. Let's see this chat. Interesting. It's been pretty quiet all week. Yeah, everything's drying up pretty early. Usually it'd be second week of July or so we'd start seeing really drying trends. So it's quite early. quite early. A little bit drier than usual, I think, this year. Still loving this Milwaukee handheld blower. This has been good. Very comfortable to use. Like the punch of power in a little handheld blower. Perfect for lawn maintenance, for the weekly stuff. Good there. Good there. And there we go. All done. Time to go and check for parking at that other place. See if that other house has any parking. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because if I go to the commercial property, then probably not going to be able to hit back there. So I might have to check on it tomorrow, which is annoying. I've got that Charger 1 accessory working. It's been working out pretty awesome with that the Blue Eddy. Wrong button. Show you guys who haven't seen it. So it's the Blue Eddy AC 180 portable power station. There, charging my Xmark commercial 21 batteries. Typically I can get 2 of these batteries charged off the capacity of this before this is at 0. But I installed the Blue Eddy Charger 1 power, kit. So you can see here, so you can see got about 37% left on this unit. This is already slowing down. It's only at 61 watts. Normally it's about 490 when this is like charging when it's fully empty, but it's already starting to top off, so it's slowing the charge down. And then we got 0 input watts coming off of this wire. That's coming from that Charger 1. I can show you on the other side. So the Charger 1 gets installed right into your vehicle's electrical system. So that's right there. Blue Eddy Charger 1. See the thick gauge wire comes with a 60 gauge breaker, or 60 volt or amp, sorry, 60 amp breaker in the kit. I've got it wired. It comes with everything you need. I think it's like 16 feet of that wire and everything. All the connectors, it's all put together. I've got it running to this black plastic thing. This is the fresh air exchange vent on the back of the cab here. Right between the cab and the bed. See the wires? I don't know if you can see them, but they're running down there. Got them in a wiring loom. Then underneath the frame to the engine, to the battery, so that your vehicle's alternator, every time you turn on the truck, that automatically turns on. It takes the excess 12 volts from your alternator and up, I don't know what it does. It does something magical because it changes the 12 volts to 56 volts and provides that to the power station. And that gives that 500 watts of charging. And it is so fast. I've been using it all week. Even through just doing the small little route density driving from house to house. It gives me, by the time I've got my 2 Xmark batteries charged, where normally the power station would be at 0, it'll still have like 50% left on the power station, because again, the Xmark is pulling 500, just under 500 watts when it's like charging at its highest rate, but the truck is providing 500 watts every time you're driving, so it kind of cancels it out. So you're saving what's in the battery every time you're driving around. So if I start the truck, although it's going to switch the audio, so I'm not going to do that right now. But if I it'll turn the mic off my headset because the Bluetooth in the truck will switch. But when you turn on, actually, you know what? I will. I'll just say my goodbyes now, so that once I show you guys, you can see what I'm talking about. Because it's the only real way to show you guys. All right, it's the only way to be authentic and show you guys this stuff is really working. So if we go around this side, so you see, it's turned on. It's checking for voltage, and then I'll start the truck. Your truck's turning on. My audio is going to cut out because now the truck's stereo Bluetooth is going to take over my phone. You see the flashing lights, and it's going to go solid. So it automatically senses your voltage. After a few seconds, it's going to go to 500. Going into the charger, and then it's going drawing there. Try to switch the mic back. Yeah, so there you go. So you saw with the truck running, and now I shut the truck off. It's drawing some power, but it's going to shut off in a few minutes. Once it senses the no more draw from the alternator, there you go. Now it's back to 0 and turns off. So automatically it's like intelligent, so it doesn't drain your battery. It's just monitoring. But they do say anyways with the Charger 1 to turn off the breaker when you're not using it for long periods of time. So what I do is at the end of the day, I just shut it off, and then it's not using any power, checking to see if the truck's running or not. And then in the morning, turn it on, leave it on all day, and it'll automatically turn on and off while I'm driving and keep the power station topped off while it's charging batteries. So it's pretty epic little system. The combination there, having the power station on its own was a huge game changer for me, to be able to have a way to charge the batteries that are not, brand dependent. It's not like something that only works with Milwaukee or only works with X Market. It works with anything. It's just a power station, and also something that you can use on the weekends. Go camping, use it, take it with you. But then to add the Charger 1 kit, which for classic, because you're always in your truck driving between lawns, and having that topping off the power station itself is fantastic. So yeah, awesome little kit. At any rate, guys, there's no questions in the chat or anything, so I'm gonna get off here and get on to the next lawn. So appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the live stream. And if you're watching this after, leave any questions you got in the comments. If you're interested in watching some more of these live streams, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, because then YouTube will let you know right away as soon as I go live. All right, we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Catch you later.